The hungry hordes have departed, and all you have left are turkey bones and turkey pieces and some turkey meat. Well, don't throw it away, because today I'm not going to show you just how to make a turkey soup. I'm going to show you how to make turkey tortilla soup. All right, so I have my big stock pot here, and we're just going to get started making our turkey stock for this soup. And what we're going to be using are all the leftover bones and the pieces that no one ate. We got the turkey carcass, we've got the wings, we got legs. We're just going to get them in here. I'm also going to add 4 carrots that I've just sort of cut up a bit. And I'm going to be adding some vegetables that were roasted under the turkey that I cooked the other day on the Weber kettle. So these are sort of some grilled vegetables. They're going to be part of the stock. Everything here is going to be strained out, so we just have that broth after this as the base for our turkey tortilla soup. This is carrots, onions, and red bell peppers. Now we're just going to start adding our water. And you just want to add enough water that covers everything to create as much stock as you want, because it's the liquid we're going to want after this all simmers. This is probably about 10 quarts of water, so that's what we're starting with. We're going to bring this up to a low boil, then get it down to a simmer, and we're going to let it go probably for about an hour to get all the great flavors in here from those vegetables and from our turkey pieces. All right, we are just coming up to a simmer here. I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon and a half of kosher salt. I'm going to lower my burner, keep this at a simmer, and put the lid on with it slightly cracked. We're going to let this go for an hour to an hour and a half. We'll check it every 15-20 minutes, stir it, and at the end we're going to have a great turkey stock. All right, we've been going about 90 minutes here, and I think we are ready to turn off our turkey stock. That is looking good there. Great smell. All right, I'm going to turn this off. We're going to let this just sit here for about 30 minutes to cool down a little bit. Then we're going to skim some of the fat off, strain it, and move on to making our tortilla turkey soup. All right, our turkey stock has cooled down. We strained it. It's just a nice turkey broth now. It's time to turn it into that turkey tortilla soup. So I have my high-sided pan here on the induction burner set on power level 5. That's right in the middle, medium-high heat. I'm going to add a tablespoon of olive oil. To this, we're going to add a tablespoon of minced garlic. We just want to release the flavors of the garlic here. We're going to add half of a medium onion that's been chopped. This is a yellow onion. You could use a white onion. You could even use a red onion. Onion and garlic, that smell is heavenly. I'm going to add a cup of chopped celery. And to this I'm going to add 16 ounces of a green salsa. You can choose your favorite. I'm using a, I believe it's pronounced Herdez or Herdez, H-E-R-D-E-Z. And I'll let this start to come up to temp. Now I'm going to add some turkey pieces. These are pieces of white meat, dark meat that I saved off the turkey. Some from the thighs, some from the wings, the breast. We're going to add this here, let this start coming up to temperature before we add our turkey broth. That's probably 2 or 3 cups. You can add as much as you want. I'm going to add the juice of 1 lime now. Now I'm going to add my turkey stock. This is about half of what we made. The other half is going to be used in just a straightforward turkey soup. It's basically the same recipe that I made last year. In fact, I'll put a link in the video description to that and up here. This one is going to be our turkey tortilla soup. Want to get a little taste right now, see if we need to adjust for salt or pepper. That's pretty good. I think it needs a touch more salt. I'm going to add maybe a teaspoon. That was actually probably half a teaspoon. It was pretty close. It didn't need that much salt. All right, we're going to let this come up to a simmer before we add our other ingredients. right, our soup is doing great here. We're going to add 2 Roma tomatoes now that have been chopped up. Now this is called Turkey Tortilla Soup, so there is some sort of tortilla factor here. We're going to be using tortilla chips today. Just pick your favorite tortilla chips. If you want to use pre-made ones or make your own, doesn't matter. You want to use just tortillas, you can do that. I prefer to use something with a little crunch. Those are going to be in the bowl and we're going to pour this soup over them. So we're going to let this simmer for about 10-15 more minutes and then we're going to get a bowl of this soup ready. All right, we've got a bowl ready, our soup waiting over here. Now we're going to add the tortilla component. And as I mentioned, they're just tortilla chips. Pick your favorite tortilla chips. I'm going to take some, break them up in here. In fact, if you want to thicken the soup a little bit, you can actually break tortilla chips up into it right there at the end, stir it in, that'll help thicken it up. Break a few more tortilla chips just on top here. We're going to sprinkle some avocado on this. They're just diced up avocado. I'm going to sprinkle some shaved Cotija cheese here on top. Put a lime wedge. We're ready to rock and roll. Here is our turkey tortilla soup. Great use of those leftovers after Thanksgiving or Christmas or whenever you make a turkey. Smelling great. It's time to taste. All right, here we go. A nice big spoonful of this turkey tortilla soup. Those tortillas add such a nice texture to this. Even though they're not crunchy after soaking in the turkey stock, they just soak in all the flavor, absorb everything, just terrific. Great mix of flavors from that salsa, the tomatoes. It really does bring that sort of southwestern Mexican flavors to this. So it's something different than what you had on Thanksgiving generally. So if you just had a normal Thanksgiving turkey without any extra special seasoning, to take those leftovers and turn it into something with the flavors of another cuisine, that's a real good use of it. So if you are a fan of soup, especially turkey soup, don't throw away those bones and those extra pieces left over in Thanksgiving. Use them. Make a great turkey stock, add some extra ingredients, give it a little bit of a southwestern flair with some salsa, some tomatoes, and you get yourself a fantastic turkey tortilla soup. This is just killer.